Welcome everybody to NAB Stadium in Auchenflower as nothing but net media, the Australian Sports Network, the Brisbane Capitals and BBI present to you the Brisbane Bullets Invitational taking on Creighton University Bluejays in some preseason basketball action. Pretty excited for this one, gents. I'm John Guarna. I've got former Pirates head coach, player, president, and GM Dave Derwin, and I've got Logan Thunder women's head coach Braden Hesselhurst with me. We'll be back with you shortly after the anthems. All right, a couple beautiful renditions. First, the American national anthem, and then the national anthem of Australia. Getting back to things, gents. Dave Derwin here, former Pirates coach, player, GM, president, and current Logan Thunder women's QBL head coach, Braden Hesselhurst. I'm John Guarna. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to this special presentation of basketball here in Queensland. We've got really special guests here. We've got the Creighton Blue Jays from the Big East Conference over in the United States to take on a Brisbane Bullets Invitational squad that features quite a few of the Brisbane Bullets NBL program and a few of the development players, as well as a few players that we're familiar with in the QBL. Dave, I'll start with you. Creighton's here on their third game of a three-game trip, split their first two games. Probably want to go home tomorrow morning off the back of a W. They got a really nice win in their last game versus Cairns. Really big comeback. They were down 29 at one point, able to come back and sneak home a win in Cairns.
Yeah, it is, and I think obviously they're going to balance a little bit of fun with a little bit of execution and all the serious stuff of preparing for the season. So I think they've had a terrific trip so far, and it's always great to see the American teams come over. Obviously, with those from UNLV and Purdue women are up as well here at the same time, and UNLV a couple of years ago. And it's always great to see the spectacle of the American collegiate system and over here. And for the Bullets, it's really exciting. A lot of young local talent mixed in with some of the Bullets roster spots. and for them it's pretty much their first hit out of the new season.
And it's a fairly young group that they'll see here tonight, but some young players who we think, Braden, are going to see plenty of minutes, led by the Brisbane Capitals home player, Will Magnay. Magnay's been great in the QBL, and certainly expecting big things for him for the Bullets this coming season.
Yeah, absolutely. I obviously spoke to Sam about him last week and his emergence this year. He's obviously been at another level this year, and it's interesting to see how that'll transfer over from the QBL game to playing for the Bullets, and I think he could play a big role for them this year, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes with them.
And the Creighton fans will be very anxious to see this new group. Creighton, obviously, coming from the Big East, playing out of Nebraska, Omaha, the home of the College World Series.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
So Bluejays fans are fanatics, and they're really excited to see this squad. Dave, I know you didn't get to see much of the games. I know you saw a few of the highlights, and you've been checking out the stats.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about this group of Bluejays?
Well, I think for them, obviously, as you say, it's a little bit young, but I think the trip's around about, a big part of the trip is building some continuity in Coach McDermott's system and understanding how they want to play, and then integrating everyone in, getting some minutes and opportunity. And he's been doing that, plenty of minutes, which you'd expect. You can't hug koala bears and have the energy to rebound at night as well. So, they're mixing it up, and just exciting to see them. And again, really two competitive games too, against some good talent in Cairns and our Centre of Excellence young men.
Yeah, the Centre of Excellence game was a tough one for Creighton. They went down fairly big numbers. I think Coach McDermott probably had a quiet word to the boys because they bounced back really nicely against Cairns. And a pretty talented Cairns, too, that was featuring a few NBL players as well, including Nate Jawai. Creighton, at the moment, unfortunately, their Big Ben stocks are a bit dented. They got a couple injuries. Unfortunately, we won't see Jacob Epperson, the Australian that features in their squad. He's been injured. He's coming back from injury. I was speaking to Rob Anderson, their sports information director, before the game, and he reckons that Jacob's probably a few weeks away from seeing the court. If it was a couple weeks away the trip, they may have been able to get him on the court. So it'll be interesting to see. I would expect the Bullets then to look to exploit that matchup inside, particularly when you look at the roster. They've got Hodgson, they've got Harrison, and they've got Magnay. You got to think Bullets are going to look to play inside out tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, with Hodgson and Magnay and even some of the other bench guys like Callum Dalton, Tyrell Harris and Josh Dirkson's playing, they've obviously got the size advantage, but I'm really interested to see the contrast in styles between, the way the Bullets play and the way an NBL team plays compared to a collegiate team. So it should be interesting to see.
Yeah, Creighton is a pretty free-flowing team.
And we're big. We have legit 4 guys that are 6'11", plus maybe.
Yeah. Eric McAllister looks small.
Yeah, so it is a big Bullets roster tonight.
It's a big Bullets roster. It's going to be a huge game. Don't forget, though, folks, if you are tuning in live on the YouTube channel, that's the only one that I could watch at the moment, but if you are tuning in live, let me know on the YouTube channel who you are, where you're watching from. We'll make sure I get you a shout-out. I do have to give a couple of shout-outs here, particularly to James Bowman and the Australian Sports Network for getting us up to speed with all the graphics that you see and also all the technology that we're using. James, I couldn't do it without you, so thank you for that. And also want to give a big shout out to Sean Connolly, Brisbane Capitals assistant coach, and also works with the Bullets. He couldn't be here tonight. Not feeling the greatest, Sean. Hopefully you get better and we'll get to see you Saturday night. But that's going to do it for the shout outs just now. Boys, let's get ready for the action because here it comes. Starting lineups for tonight for the Brisbane Bullets Invitational team. Jason Kadee, the guard, is the captain tonight for the Bullets Invitational team. He's joined in the backcourt by Cameron Goldfinch. We're going to get to see E.J. Singler, one of the Bullets imports, former Oregon Duck, had a great NBL season over in New Zealand as well. And up front, Will Magnay and Matt Hodgson. So 5-4, pretty big there for the Bullets. And stepping out onto the court for Creighton, Davion Mintz, Tyshawn Alexander, the captain, Christian Bishop, Damian Jefferson, and Mitch Ballack. So some interesting matchups here to start the game. It's going to be interesting to see how the Creighton matches up with the size of the Bullets. I expect them to try and get up and down the court pretty quickly and try and wear down this Bullets squad, particularly up front.
Yeah, and I spoke to Bullets coach CJ Bruton before the game too, and he was really excited about EJ Singler, so it'll be interesting to see him play tonight as well.
Well, tip's underway. Bullets have possession of it to start. Bullets playing in the home blues with the yellow stripe, and Creighton on their road grays with the blue shorts. Here's Singler with it. First time we're seeing him in a Bullets uniform. Gets it out to Magne. Magne gets inside, goes to the rim, puts it in for the first points of the night. And that's a nice take from Magne.
Yeah, good patience on that opening set for the Bullets, moving the ball, getting everyone touches. This is year 3 now, Johnny, for the Bullets coming back into the league, and a couple of changes from that first year's lineup, but this is year 2 for a lot of the guys. So as you can see, there's starting to be some improved familiarity with the group. And those young guys we mentioned, some of the bigs, you know, they're only babies. Just all of these could still be in college. So just for our viewers in the US.
Nice backdoor cut. Singler from Cadee. 4-2 the lead for Bullets. I think if Brisbane can keep Creighton to a half-court game, I think they'd be happy with that. Open 3 is up and too strong. That's a miss there for Jefferson. Cadee with a strong rebound. He's had a great QBL season coming off the Australian Boomers trial camp as well. Hodgson to Cadee. Cadee loses it out of bounds. Possession to Creighton. Pretty good pace to this game, boys, to start.
Absolutely, and I'm interested down the other. I know Jefferson missed that 3 last time down for Creighton, but Will Magne, if he's going to want to play minutes in the NBL, he's going to have to match up on smaller bigs as well, right? So it's going to be interesting for him as well with that matchup.
We knew we were going to be international here tonight. Got to give a shout out to Dennis Walsh and his grandsons. They're tuning in from Cheltenham in the UK. Thanks for tuning in. Good look inside, and what a finish by Christian Bishop. Nice ball reversal leads to the two-hand slam.
And this is always going to be the challenge for Magne, as you say, at this next level. Guarding 4s and 5s in the State League, he's been terrific this year, but now he's going to have to guard 3, 4, 5 at the next level, so it'll be a good challenge for him.
Singler pops, misses. Nice rebound there by Jefferson. He's off and running. 3-pointers up. Off the front of the rim, no good. That's Ballack with the miss. You can see Creighton, though, looking for that early shot opportunity on every possession. Good high-low action. It's stolen, though. Bishop has it. Looking for the oop. He catches and finishes. We wanted the yam. Take the 2.
A couple of little unforced turnovers here for the Bullets in this first quarter.
C.J. Bruton getting the head coaching duties here tonight. Goldfinch nearly lost it, recovers. Gets it back out to Cadee. There's 8 on the shot clock. Cadee finds Hodgson inside for Magne, who puts it down with 2 hands. Stop, pop. That's good for Mintz. He's been a machine for Creighton on this tour through Australia. There's Hodgson getting to the rim. Layup is short, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and he gets it to fall. Tied at 8. Quick 3 again. That one's off as well. That one was Alexander.
You were definitely right, Johnny. They definitely looked to push the ball, which is a good test for the Bullets, right? Because in past years, they've kind of struggled against teams that have played a quicker pace. So even though it's a bit of an exhibition game, it's probably good practice for the Bullets.
Cadee fouled there by Jefferson, so he's going to go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Checking in for the first time tonight, Antoine Jones. Jefferson going to get a breather. You can see Coach McDermott having a quick little chat with Jefferson on the way out. Wants a little more effort on the defensive end, I think. Cadee misses the first one. Second one is good. Bullets go up 9-8 off the Cadee free throw. Nice drive on the baseline, reverse layup short. Another offensive rebound goes to Creighton, and Jones making an impact already. 3-pointer up for Alexander. It's a brick. Hodgson comes down with it. Hodgson loses it. Again, Jones very active on the defensive end. Good ball movement, three-pointer up, and splashes for Mitch Ballack.
Well, you got to know Ballack with that little lefty. You got to watch those
lefties, you know that.
You got to watch them.
Singler looking to answer for three. That hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Certainly looks pretty smooth from three, does E.J. Singler.
He looks good. And like I said earlier, that's what CJ said he's going to do, come off the bench and be an offensive threat, especially from the perimeter, and he looks like it already.
Nice touch pass. Hodgson finishes with two hands. That's a great look from Singler in the block. And right down at the other end, good answer by Bishop. And that's what you see. Creighton will make you pay if you don't get back in D-Trans.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the fitness training is quite there for the Bullets yet, does it?
No, and you know, again, for the Bullets, for our fans over in the States, this is literally pre-season and probably the first time they've ran up and down as a group.
Foul on the play. That one looks like it's going to go into E.J. Singler. His first, the team's first. A few subs checking into the game. Tyrell Harrison, Kean Dennis, and Chris Whitehead going to check in for the Bullets. Goldfinch, Hodgson, and Singler getting a breather.
Kean Dennis and Chris Whitehead coming on for the Bullets Invitational.
Whitehead active already, getting a hand on the ball. Sharif Mitchell in for Creighton as well. Mitchell, a freshman a local freshman as well from Omaha, Nebraska. Valuable minutes for the incoming freshman here on this Australia tour. Jones' jumper is wet. It's a good-looking jump shot from Antoine Jones.
Sure is, and he's come in giving him a great punch.
Cadiz wide open for three. He'll fire. That's short. Good rebound there from Ballack. Good block there by Magne. Nice contest on Bishop. Here come the Bullets looking to run. Dennis, though, got a bit of ahead of himself and travels.
It's just some young fella nerves, Dave.
Yeah, good to see Dennis too. Local kid. He's at Brisbane Boys College, well, he used to be, and so he's well supported by some of his schoolmates are here tonight.
Interesting haircut.
He loves the mullet.
Listen, bring the mullet back. I love it. Checking in for Creighton, you got Nick Zal and Jalen Wyndham out there. There's Ballack. He'll fire another three in and out. Harrison fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of Harrison. It's going to be Creighton ball. Coach McDermott going to look to reinsert Damian Jefferson. Antoine Jones going to get a breather.
Again, on the Bullets side, I'm keen to see how Tyrell Harrison obviously spent the offseason New Zealand NBL compared to QBL for the past 2 seasons, and be interesting to see how he's developed as well. You know, him and Magne sort of fighting for that backup big spot with the Bullets.
3 on the shot clock for Creighton. Mitchell's going to have to get something off. He doesn't get it off, but I think they're going to get a foul.
Yeah, late.
So it's unfortunate there. Harrison did a pretty good job. The Bullets did a good job contesting, but I think they're going to get it on the floor. I don't know how they're going to have it on the floor. Mitchell had to get a shot off, but nonetheless, it's going to be a personal foul on Tyrell Harrison. The shot clock will reset to 14 seconds.
Well, I don't know what it's like to be 7 foot, but I'm going to imagine it takes a little bit of slowing down. And they got Harrison on the pump fake.
Skip past Ballack, driving baseline. Floater is up and good. That's a smooth move.
Great move, great rip to baseline. Looking to get on the rim for Ballack.
Harrison double teamed in the paint. Reverses it, Whitehead now. Ball ends up in Dennis's hands. He fires a three, that's good. Kean Dennis ties the game at 17.
Yeah, great reversal from Harrison out of the double. And then Kadeem making the right play.
Good move in the paint. Short jumper is off. Magne tips the ball out.
Magne works so much harder than we have seen him in the past.
Absolutely. Sam McKinnon's done a terrific job with him at the Caps this year, and the three-point range has really improved as well.
Good O-board there by Tyrell Harrison. Picks up the foul. It's going to go on Nick Zile. Callum Dalton going to check in for Will Magnay. Entering the game for Creighton is a Christian Bishop. Zyle going to get a breather.
Christian Bishop coming in for the Bluejays.
There's Dalton with it. The Spartans teammate Whitehead takes the handoff. Gets inside. Teardrop is no good, but another foul is called. That one's going to go against the freshman Sharif Mitchell.
Foul against Sharif Mitchell.
Got to give a shout out to Joe Benak, tuning in live from Omaha, Nebraska. Waiting for getting up at 4 a.m., Joe. That's a definite commitment there from you. Must be a big Blue Jays fan. Whitehead hits the first. Also got to give a shout out to my guy Byron Lighton, tuning in with Ken and Heidi, watching from Brisbane. A few big Bullets fans.
2 for 2. That's going to stop. Oh, Bullets. Come on, fans. Make some noise.
Nice strong take. Harrison, I think, got a piece of that one on Bishop. Here's Dennis. Lost the ball on the way up. They're going to say it went off of Creighton.
Yeah, Ballack on the great play. Knocked it out of bounds.
Captain Tyshawn Alexander checks in for Mitch Ballack. Kadee inbounds to Whitehead. There's Dalton at the free throw line. Nice spin move. Swatted there by Bishop. Great recovery there by Bishop. Here comes Creighton with it now. Inside, Bishop pass is tipped. Recovered though, and fired by Wyndham. He misses.
Yeah, Bishop on a nice catch then. He should have just drop step and go to work. He had a good position in the paint. Kadee hit the three.
Big three there from Kadee. Pushes the lead out to 5 for the Bullets. Confident shot there from the captain, Alexander. Great response. 2-point game, approaching about 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Harrison reverses it to Kadee. Looking to work off a Dalton screen, picks up his dribble. Now Dennis inside for Dalton on the block. 5 on the shot clock. Dalton spins baseline, lays it in. Nice move there from Cal Dalton. He has been great so far for Spartans in the QBL as well.
Yeah, and just looks so much more composed in the post. You know, when I've seen him in the past, even though it's been with different teams, with the COE and everything, just looks a bit rushed, but obviously with that year experience under his belt playing against professional guys, a lot more composed and a good post move.
Jefferson missed the 3. Here's Kadee with the defensive rebound. A lot of contact. Bishop gets called for a reach-in foul. Way outside the 3-point arc. I know you got to guard Kadee deep because he hit a couple deep ones already, but that's a silly foul.
I like it.
I think he was maybe torn between two, whether he was going to have a hard look at a hard show or not, and then he kind of just thought, I'll have a hack while I'm sort of here, and the whistle is what he got.
Jack Canfield checks into the game for the first time tonight. Also back on the court, Davion Mintz. Kadee hits the free throw. Second one is good as well for Kadee. Here comes Creighton looking to push the ball up court through Canfield. Mintz guarded by Dennis, goes inside for Bishop on the baseline. Nice pass inside with the finish and the foul. That's Davion Mintz off a great look from Bishop.
And as you spoke about before the game, Johnny, Creighton, a lot of ball movement, man movement. It looks really good to hit the post. Great cut to the basket and great finish as well.
Yeah, strong side cut is devastating, isn't it, Dave, when it's run well?
Bishop's a baller too. Both ends of the floor, made some great decisions.
Mintz free throws up short. Rebound to Harrison. See if Bullets go 2 for 1 here. Kadee gets inside, dumps it off for Harrison, who nearly lost it. Dennis recovers, goes to the rim, and he's fouled. Nice strong take there from Kian Dennis. And he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That was a great take from the young fella.
Yeah,
climbed up. I thought he was going to slam it.
He's looking for it. Foul's called on Mintz. His second. free throw is good for Dennis.
It's a little bit of lift from that back part of the mullet.
The wings got him there. Second one is good as well. Shot clock's turned off, so Creighton can hold for the final possession of the quarter. They're down 6. Here we go, Creighton looking to run some action. There's a double team. Alexander gets inside, skips it. Canfield baseline jumper, in and out. Rebound is lost out of bounds. There's about 1 second to go on the clock. I know you don't see it on my game clock, but there's 1.1 left here.
Good read from Canfield on the long closeout. Good jump shot. It just
There's an inbound play. That's run to perfection as Bishop puts it down with 2 hands to beat the buzzer. I know Coach C.J. Bruin ain't going to be happy about that, but if you're Coach McDermott, you couldn't be more pleased with the end-of-game execution there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bishop's been kind of the leader in this first quarter, right? Like activity, like Dave said, on both ends of the floor. Even, after that missed shot, being able to keep the ball alive and ended up getting a second possession for his team, which ends up in a dunk to finish the quarter. So they're kind of playing off him now, but Creighton looks so much better when they push the ball and all that sort of stuff. So it's a good matchup so far tonight.
It's been a great game. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the second quarter of action here on Nothing But Net Media. Welcome back to NAB Stadium here in Auckland Flower. It is quarter time, and the Bullets Invitational squad up 28-24. We just got the box score. Dave, let's take a look at some of the statistics at the first break.
Yeah, for the Bullets, the home team shooting the ball well, 56%. Johnny +5 on the boards and 3 of 5 from downtown. 4 turnovers. They looked after the ball pretty well, considering Creighton's done a great job of creating turnovers the last couple games with their as you can see, that defense that's really all over the place, attacking and being disruptive. And for Creighton, again, not a bad start. I mean, sharing the ball, had some good looks, executed pretty well for most parts. Interesting to see if they stick with that double team out of the post, because the Bullets have got a whole lot of size. So we'll see if they keep mixing that up. You'd assume they would, as Coach McDermott's probably going to want to keep on challenging the boys and keep learning. So, but they certainly have played pretty well out of the opening quarter.
Should also give a shout out to our referees tonight, Vaughn Maybury, the crew chief, and Mark Mill and Daryl Millard, who's doing a good job throughout Queensland basketball and at the national level for Vaughn and Mark. Creighton has it now, 10 on the shot clock. Jones back in there, gets it out to Ballack. His 3 is good. Nice bucket to start the quarter for Creighton.
Well, you can't give him any space, right? He looks good anytime he gets a little bit of space. That lefty knocking down another one. I think that's his second so far.
Yeah.
Kadee in a bit of trouble, guarded by Mintz. Goes to Harrison. Harrison working against Bishop, tries to bully his way through. Bishop ties him up. Great defense there from Bishop. Possession arrow, though, favors the Bullets Invitational squad. Gotta love that defense from Bishop. He's been really impressive in this early going.
Yeah, Ballack leads all scorers with 8.
Kadee stops and pops. Off the back of the rim, no good. Captain Alexander with the rebound. Creighton could have numbers here if they get it up court. Jones hands off for Bishop, throws one up, and gets it to fall. Little off balance there, but Bishop with the soft touch.
And again, as I spoke earlier, this is going to be a great test for the Bullets, being able to keep up, with someone like Bishop, up and down the floor as well as on the boards, because he's been all over him so far to start this game.
Here's Alexander coming up with the steal. Ooh, he slipped over, and they're going to get him for the travel. I love Coach McDermott, always taking the opportunity to get into the boys, tell them what he wants to see from them. Every opportunity is a coaching moment, isn't it, gentlemen?
Sure is.
Interesting to see the differences between the way American coaches, collegiate coaches react compared to us coaches over here.
29-28, Creighton up 1.
I thought you were going to talk about his interesting is the pay difference.
Good steal again there. Jones very active defensively. No look to Bishop. He's blocked by Singler, recovers and puts the putback.
He's a beast.
In.
Yeah.
He's been excellent. Creighton is up 3 now.
Just second effort plays as well. He's been great.
Ball dribbled off the foot of Bishop. Goes out of bounds, going to stay with the Bullets Invitational squad. Coach C.J. Bruton looks like he wants to take a timeout, so we're going to take one as well. There's about 8:15 to go in the first half. Creighton's up 3. The game between the Bullets Invitational and Creighton Bluejays presented to you by Nothing But Net Media. Back with you here at NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. Got to give a shout out to Jennifer Bishop tuning in. Dad and I cheering on their boy from Missouri. 4 a.m., but the Blue Jays are keeping us up. That's dedication for you. I don't know if I could get up at 4 a.m. to watch it, but Blue Jays fans, like we said, are certainly fanatics. And rightfully so. It's an exciting brand of basketball Creighton's playing here tonight.
Yeah, and I think probably Coach Bruton would have been calling a timeout to have a little chat about that half-court pressure that Creighton's put on them, looking to trap them hard as they bring the ball over. And they've done a good job of creating a few turnovers early.
And they're doing a great job creating three-point shots. That's the captain, Tyshawn Alexander, draining another one. And Jones comes up with the steal and lays it up and in. Coach Bruton would not be happy with the turnovers, especially off a timeout to draw something up. Hodgson looking inside for Magnay. It's not there. He goes back in, though, and he's contested and fouled. That one's going to go against Bishop. He said he went straight up, but he certainly got him with the body.
Yeah, good read from Hodgson, too. Obviously, a lot of attention is in the block, and as soon as they had the post entry, pump fake pass, Hodgson just dived. Bishop had to rotate, cause the foul.
But I love the way Creighton has been switching a little bit, but when they get the mismatch in the post there, battling away, getting on the hip of the Brisbane bigs and just fighting, not letting them get any sort of easy low touches. And it's been, unfortunate to obviously give up that foul, but they've been pretty good with that effort and not giving up easy touches for Brisbane bigs.
Yeah, and I do like that double team because it forces the guards to pick up the ball and doesn't let you get that entry pass in low, does it? Hodgson missed them both. Ball went out of bounds off of Hodgson. He's not happy with himself.
It was clearly off him.
I don't think he was angry about that. I think he was angry that he missed 2 free throws. It's always been a bit of a struggle for Hodgson from the charity stripe.
Well, he's just coming back off a little bit of an injury too, so good to see him back on the floor.
And I'm pretty sure
he's moving pretty well.
Pretty sure he was married recently as well.
Yeah,
so
and he got married too.
Congratulations to Matt Hodgson and his new bride.
Brisbane local. Went to Ipswich Grammar here.
Foul off the ball. That's Kadee on the foul on Sharif Mitchell. Mitchell cut into the basket.
And the Institute.
Yeah, he's a AIS boy. Went to
Mary's.
Finished off college at St. Mary's in California. Good old Moraga, California, the Gales. Here's Mintz, skips it. Ballack will fire from 3. You know he ain't hesitating. And why would you when you got that sweet stroke?
Again, you can't give him space, and obviously young fella in Dennis, hedged off him a little bit. That's where you need to be able to stick to a scout. That's what he's been good at so far, and he hits another one.
Kadee working against Mintz, leaves his feet, bank shot off. Ballack comes down with the rebound, then he's fouled by Jason Kadee. Kadee definitely frustrated. He wanted a foul call on his drive.
Well, Ballack's had himself a pretty good tour, 14 points and 20 respectively, so by the look of the first couple of jimmies, it looks like he's heating up.
A couple substitutions, Whitehead back into the game. We're gonna see Eric McAllister for the first time tonight. And I saw a few subs check in for Creighton as well. Looks like it was just Jalen Wyndham checking in on that possession. Bishop swings it to Mitchell. There's Wyndham with it now, hands off for Jefferson. 9 on the shot clock. Jefferson working against Hodgson, reverse layup, no good. Good rebound there by Magne. Kicks ahead for Whitehead. He tripped up, nearly lost it. Bishop gets down and dirty. They're gonna call it jump ball, and you gotta love that if you're Creighton. The big fella doing a bit of everything. He ain't scared to sacrifice his body. He just got his Bluejays a possession.
Absolutely. I was just about to speak about that, the other possession as well. You know, Brisbane shoot a contested jumper, and there's 5 Bluejays going after the rebound, and then you look, 2 people straight on the floor. So great effort from Creighton. Obviously, that helps them play that pace as well. So, Coach McDermott will be really happy with that.
Again, folks, if you are tuning in on the YouTube channel, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. Make sure we get you a shout out. Know there's plenty of Creighton family and friends tuning in as well. Just haven't seen some of their kids play for a little while. They're wondering what's going on in Australia. They're playing some great basketball here tonight, up by 11. Big, deep jumper is off. Steal, though, by Jefferson. He puts it up and in.
Their second effort plays have been great. They've made, Bishop's obviously led the way, but just they make second efforts all the time, and it's helped them get some easy buckets as well.
Singler corner 3 is off. Wyndham with the rebound. Kicks ahead for Mitchell. Mitchell gets to the rack. What a block by Magne. Ball goes out of bounds off the bullets, but Magne, again with that weak side defense, nearly pinned it with 2 hands.
I think he did pin it with 2 hands.
Magne's made a habit of that in the QBL this season. Hopefully it'll carry over into the NBL season for the Bullets.
I think is he currently leading the league in blocks?
3.3.
3.3 a game.
He won it, I think.
Yeah.
Clearly, too, I think.
Zyle back on the floor for Creighton. There's Mitchell, the freshman, fires a 3. It's short.
Done a good job
Whitehead
on those out of bounds as well today. A nice little flex action.
Hodgson is hacked by Ballack. I have that as the second team foul on Creighton. It is.
And you spoke about the strength of the Bullets earlier, Johnny, with their size, but obviously, counteracting that, the strength of Creighton is obviously their sort of quickness and everything, and Bullets down the other end are struggling to stay in front and keep track of people off screen. So they need to be a little bit more switched on defensively.
Mitchell steals the inbounds. Here's Ballack again for 3. Woo! My man has got it going on tonight. Harrison looking inside. Excuse me, that's Magne looking inside for Hodgson. Working against Zyle. Reverse is no good. Magne steals the rebound out to Singler. 5 on the shot clock. Singler's fouled by Wyndham. You can tell this Bullets group has not played much basketball together, can't you?
Yeah. And again, that's what, tonight's for the Bullets obviously is one of the early days in getting the guys up and down the floor. And we talked about their fitness isn't going to be great, and nor is their chemistry, and that's expected. So, Creighton's done a really good job of being disruptive up in the lane, forcing the issue defensively. I think Coach McDermott's going to be really happy with their attention to detail so far in this first half.
Won't be happy with Mitchell there picking up the foul on the inbounds. Checking into the game for Creighton is Jordan Scurry, the senior from Massachusetts, seeing his first action tonight.
Got some ref hecklers from the Bluejays. Oh, another one.
Again, another foul call. Looks like that one's going to go against Scurry. And I think that is going to be the 15th foul already on Creighton.
was a good offensive set from the Bullets, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So a couple quick ones on inbounds plays.
I said they were enthusiastic. Now they're being a little too enthusiastic and got to keep their mitts out.
Got to give a shout out to a few Creighton fans tuning in. Gerald Jelks watching from Canada, and also Carl Wyndham tuning in to watch his son Jalen. Jalen having himself a pretty good one so far here tonight. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Couple of free throws cuts the Bullets' deficit to 14. Creighton, it's been all Creighton really here in the second quarter. Jefferson gets to the rack. He's short on the layup attempt. Harrison grabs a rebound. Singler gets it in the block. Skip pass out to Whitehead. Whitehead gets inside, stops and pops. It's off the back of the rim. Scurry grabs a rebound.
Pretty one-dimensional, the Bullets' offense in this second quarter.
Scurry from the wing.
Only getting
That's good.
Only getting one opportunity every time, one pass. Need to do a better job of moving the ball. Similar to that their opening set, where they get some side-to-side action, reverse the ball, get it through hands.
Singler double-teamed Harrison, catches, goes to the rim and lays it in with the left hand.
There you go, much better.
Let's see if Creighton can respond. There's Wyndham, he stops and pops and gets it to fall. The jump shot is just, it's a weapon across the board for the Blue Jays tonight. Kadee from the corner, he'll fire a three, that's good. Miscommunication there from Creighton. Everyone ran up court, forgot to actually inbound it.
Yeah, hard to play at that pace when you don't have the ball in.
Jefferson picks up his dribble, reverses it to Mitchell. Mitchell gets inside, leaves his feint, finds Jefferson. Three off the back of the rim. Magne another board.
Yeah, Creighton's done a really good job of putting the Bullets' defense under pressure with that penetration. Kadee misses the three. But the Bullets are struggling to contain them in that one, and that's certainly in the half court.
Mitchell pinned again by Magne. What a recovery there by Magne. Now Kadee swings it. Whitehead gets it out. Singler fires a three, in and out. Ball tipped out of bounds by Whitehead, but Will Magne making his presence known on the defensive end. Timeout taken on the floor. We're going to take one as well. About 2:30 to go here in the first half. It's the Blue Jays up on the Bullets, 49-35. This special presentation of Bullets preseason basketball brought to you by Nothing But Net Media. Back with you here at NAB Stadium in Alkin Flower. Just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half. A few shout outs to give here. We got Gareth Monroe tuning in from Rockhampton. Definitely going to be a good game here this weekend for sure, Gareth. I think we'll have that one for you on Nothing But Net Media. Also want to give a shout out to Eric Alexander, tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina, watching live, watching their son Tyshawn. It is Mintz gets one to fall.
As you mentioned before, Dave, the difference between both offenses, I think Creighton, even though they've made a lot of threes, have hit the paint almost every time compared to the Bullets. So
Singler can't get the layup to fall. It's tipped out of bounds off of Brisbane. It's going to be Creighton ball.
It's a really good hit out too for Creighton, because I can't imagine they're going to go against too many groups that have 4, 6, 11 pluses, and they're quite mobile too, right?
They play in the Big East. The Big East basketball is one of the top conferences in college basketball. Certainly will be some size they'll face. I don't know about the depth of size, but it's certainly possible.
And probably, good point, Johnny. What I meant was maybe the style too. They're probably a bit more traditional big guys, the 4 guys we have here for the Bullets. Even though Magnay's probably moving into that 4 spot and trying to add his 3-point to his game.
Kadee, deep 3 is good. Jason Kadee has been doing that for a long time.
He's the only one sort of keeping the Bullets in the game right now. He's made a couple of threes and kept him in touch. I know they're still 13 points down, but Creighton might need to look at getting a hand up off those on-balls.
And Creighton is a borderline top 25 team heading into the upcoming college basketball season. As Harrison gets called for the foul, that's the 3rd team foul on Brisbane. But Creighton, we're not seeing the full Creighton group as well. A couple of big guys are hurt for them as well. Jacob Epperson is a guy who has some big raps on him heading into his career at Creighton. Obviously, they did have Sam Froling, but Sam decided to turn professional, and we'll get to see him in the NBL this season, suiting up for the Illawarra Hawks. Mint's going to get a breather. Mitchell going to check back in, and also checking back in, Nick Zile. He'll give Bishop a breather.
Yeah, Zile's been giving them a good punch too. He hasn't featured on the offensive end a great deal, but just good energy defensively. He's been good, crashing the boards. Just one of those little things that keep on adding up into a good team contribution.
Whitehead was fouled on his way.
Probably getting a bit sick of getting banged on, but banging up against 6, 11 big guys, but he's still battling.
Whitehead gets that one to fall. He had a pretty, I think Spartans may have been a bit of a surprise. I thought they were a lot more competitive than people may have given them credit for. They certainly put a scare in a few of the top teams. They would have been disappointed not to make finals, but it was going to be tough for them with that group they had. But Whitehead had a good season for him.
Yeah, I think Whitehead really surprised me. He was really consistent, always up around that 30-point mark, Dave.
Yeah. Jones lost it out of bounds. A little too much dribble there.
Yeah, about 26. Yeah, 26 per game in our state league here. He's an import, obviously. So got a couple of guys here that are Americans that are playing on our state league teams. Obviously, they're trying to make that next level to join an NBL roster.
Here's Alexander. He finds Canfield. 3-pointer is good. Nice bucket on a nice driving kick there from Alexander to Canfield. And then they're going to get Kadee for an offensive foul.
I think Harrison on the pick.
Oh, going to be against Harrison on the pick.
Extended his elbows as he came through.
And again, we talked about Magnay's evolution and did a really good job of staying in front of Jones then, which is what he's going to have to do in the NBL.
Coach McDermott going to take a timeout. Let's keep it here, though, gents. Let's make sure we get a few of these shout-outs because I've got to catch up on a few. Got Corey Miller watching from Douglasville, Georgia. Also got Zach Helms, Roll Jays. Anthony, I'm not going to pretend how to say your name, but he says, let's go Bullets. I'm watching from home in Brisbane. Good to see a few Bullets fans here, seeing their squad for the first time. And it's been a bit rough for the Bullets, but I think a lot of that is due to Creighton's activity. They're really active, super aggressive, double teaming almost on every single possession. We see them double teaming deep outside of the 3-point arc, double teaming the post every time, and it's giving the Bullets a bit of fit.
Yeah, it is, because they're probably not used to it a great deal. Obviously, in the NBL, they play at a pretty good pace, but Creighton is playing at a breakneck pace. So, I think they've got 12 or 13 suited, and the coach is going to run them through. So his goal is pretty simple. You go give me 3 minutes as hard as you physically can, and I'll sub you out. And so they know their roles.
But I love the balance, because you see a lot of teams that try and play at pace, obviously taking really bad threes. But like I said before, Creighton, penetrate and kick, hit the paint almost every time, and they're getting wide open threes rather than those contested quick threes. So even though they're playing at pace, it's still good basketball, which is good to see. Yeah,
and it's that early transition they've been good, but I think more importantly that's late transitions where they've been even better. Just really good poise in this first half here.
Thank you for Carl for telling me to fix the score. I had it wrong. It's 54-40. I got it right now. Foul on the rebound. That's going against Antoine Jones. Creighton in the penalty, so Brisbane will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots with there's 0.1 second left in the half.
And looking at this game early from Tyrell Harrison, I think one area you can see he's improved in is sort of dealing with that physicality on rebounds and getting contested boards. Probably doesn't have the polish offensively that Magnay has at the moment, but you can see some improvements in that area of physicality for Harrison already.
And it's interesting you say that, Braden, because equally I was going to sort of say he needs to continue to work on that fundamental box out. So he's making everything an athletic contest, and he's still got to have a nice wide base, and or as I'd like to coach the kids, and using your ass and elbows, and he's still got to get to that fundamental and again use every bit of his 7-foot frame.
It's a bit different when you're going against the big bodies of the NBL, the vets, and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that is the end of the first half. An exciting first half of action. 54-42. Creighton goes into the break up by 12. I think if you're Creighton, you'd be pretty happy with how you played. It was a bit of a slow start for Creighton, but they certainly have turned it on here towards the end of that first quarter and really all throughout the second quarter. Bullets have a bit of work to do in this halftime, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like we keep saying, in that second quarter, the difference was, Creighton were getting into the paint and hitting wide open threes, and Bullets really struggled to keep people in front of them and then lock down the possession as well. Creighton able to get multiple opportunities, and then down the other end, Bullets were shooting a lot of contested threes, not getting in the paint much. And to me, that was the difference in that second quarter.
And Dave, where do you think the Bullets need to find that consistency? Obviously, Kadee was probably their most consistent scorer in that first half. Who do you think, or who would you like to see step up in the second half if they can make this comeback?
Well, I think it just depends on what kind of action the Bullets are looking to run. I mean, they've got some good size where they could look at that big-to-big action, or equally loading up on a sort of a triangle structure on one side of the floor where they can get that high post flash, and that quick little big-to-big, I think, is something they could try and incorporate. But as you say, it's only Kadee for the Bullets, really, that's given him a little bluff, as we just dodged him a hot projectile balloon in the audience, or what do you call it?
And what has been your impression of Creighton, the Bluejays? I mean, we don't get to see much college basketball, at least from our perspective. But what do you think of the Bluejays? They've been really impressive. I love the game that they're playing and the style they play. It's a really nice style of basketball to watch.
It's been terrific. I mean, I've been super impressed. And again, I've been thinking about, if you're a young Brisbane basketballer, what a treat, because you're seeing tremendous effort defensively, getting after on both ends. And I just think it's a really pretty basketball style too.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing has been, like you said, obviously we spoke about their offensively, but their energy and effort has been great. Diving on the board, on the loose balls, everyone going after the rebounds, especially offensively, getting second chance opportunities. I think that's been the biggest takeaway from the first half.
It's been a great first half. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with some halftime statistics and the second half of action here as the Creighton Bluejays are leading the Brisbane Bullets Invitational squad 54-42, live from NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. We'll be back with you shortly. Halftime here at NAB Stadium in Auckland Flower. Creighton up 54-42. Pretty good first half of action. Taking a look at the statistics, leading the way for Creighton, Dave, it had to be Ballack.
It is, and I'm just trying to read the the box score. Leads all scorers with 14, and Bishop's, again, who we talked about, was terrific. He's got 12. Jones, 4, Mintz 6, Alexander 6 as well, and again, they just shared the ball really well, knocked it down. Whenever they have 13 assists on 23 shots is not amazing, but pretty solid. And I think most of their buckets have come from good action, of good penetration and kick, and especially hitting the rollers and the diver as well. They've done a good job of that.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things as well, as we spoke about, they were able to cause some turnovers from the Bullets, and they're 21-4 in points from turnovers, and able to sort of push that pace and play the style that they want to. So, you know, Bullets will look to control the ball a little bit more, and obviously Creighton will look to pressure the ball and see if they can continue that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great second half of action. If you are tuning in from anywhere across the world, I think we've had viewers from the UK, from Mid-America, from the South in America, from Brisbane and Queensland. If you are tuning in, let us know in the YouTube comments. Make sure we'll get you a shout out. Huge Creighton fans here. There's a pretty good crowd of Creighton fans as well, so nice to see the Bluejays faithful traveling with them, and a great Brisbane-based crowd. Very excited to see this Bullets team, and there's a lot of excitement in Brisbane for the Bullets this season. Moving into the new State Netball Center, really great opportunity for the Bullets. I think it's really going to help them as an organization get a little more consistency. You're training and playing in one venue. It's got everything there for them, and you got to think as a player and a coach for the Bullets, you got to be really excited about it.
Yeah, I think they're obviously moving out of a fairly old venue, and I think they had the record, or they were the worst injuries team in the NBL, most missed games, I believe. So I think they're going to be really happy in playing in a state-of-the-art venue, which they're sharing with their netball cousins.
Well, the season will be underway shortly. This is the first time we're seeing a group of Bullets players. It's the Bullets Invitational team, but they're featuring guys like E.J. Singler, who will be in the NBL squad, who fires it deep too. It's off, tipped around.
Well, Braden and I were just talking, Johnny, off air, and it's kind of, I think we're pretty much missing our starting 5 or something like that. There's missing 4 or 5 guys that are going to be pretty big minutes. Oh,
nice block again from Magne on the oop to Bishop. Ballack a little too unselfish on that one. Kadee inside, pass stolen though by Jefferson. Great hands there from Jefferson. He skips it to Ballack. Now in the corner, Mintz. And that three's good. And just how quickly Creighton gets into their spots, and they're always ready to shoot as soon as they catch that ball.
Yeah, and you look at that unselfish too. Like Ballack has been really hot the first half and makes that extra kick.
Great steal and a nice finish there from the captain, Tyshawn Alexander. Creighton comes out smoking here in the second half. Kadee skips it. Singler will fire a wing 3. That's short. Mintz comes up with the rebound. Ahead Ballack. And then a reverse layup from Alexander again. Creighton putting on a show here against this Bullets Invitational squad.
I think Mitch Ballack is hoping the season kicks off tomorrow. He's in peak form, shooting the ball well, making some great passes.
And the thing that's great for Creighton is it's coming from the defense as well. We're forcing turnovers and really capitalizing on them as Hodgson gets the Bullets on the board.
And even like they scored there from Hodgson, but you look at that, that's a tough bucket. Like the Bullets aren't able to create anything easy at the moment as Ballack hits another wide open 3 for him. So
well, that's a big deep 3 there from Ballack, and that's going to force Coach C.J. Bruton to take a timeout. His team's down 20, about 2 minutes into the second half. It's been all Creighton, and do want to keep it here though, folks. I want to give a big shout out to Eric and Jasmine Wyndham, the brother of the Creighton captain, Tyshawn, excuse me. I'm getting everyone mixed up here. Sorry, Carl. It's the brother of Jalen Wyndham, Eric and Jasmine Wyndham. They're watching while serving on active duty in the U.S. Navy. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for serving your country overseas. I also want to give a shout out to Olivia Lewis from California, a big Creighton Bluejays fan, and I think the Creighton Bluejays are picking up a lot of fans here in Brisbane. They're playing some great basketball.
Yeah, and Ballack has basically got his shoe in for an NBL contract as soon as he finishes his collegiate career. He's been really good. And like I said before, obviously they're creating stuff off their defense, causing turnovers from the Bullets. And then, like I said, getting down the other end, either hitting the paint or making extra kicks and threes and getting layups as well. They're all over the Bullets at the moment.
64-44, and it's been a lot of the pressure on the defensive end. Every shot that the Brisbane Bullets have taken has really been contested and contested well. And I think when you go back and watch this one, they're going to get Bishop for the hold inside on Hodgson.
I think he started to argue and then pleaded guilty. Your Honour, I did get him.
Kadee inbounds. Hodgson has to catch it deep outside the three-point line. Here's Goldfinch, loses the dribble. Now Singler working off the Hodgson screen, throws it up for Matty Hodgson. Good defense there from Ballack. Here comes Jefferson going to the rim, layup short. Bishop missed the follow. Brisbane has numbers. Singler pushing the pace, Euros his way and is stripped from behind by the captain Alexander. Mintz hands off. Alexander fires a three. That's off the side of the rim. Magne somehow recovers the rebound. Kadee inside. A lot of contact. He's fouled. That foul is going to go against Mintz, and Kadee's going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Well, it's a good job from Kadee there. Obviously, the Bullets still trying to execute offensively and with some new guys and running some new sets, no doubt. And when it all breaks down, you've got to be able to get to the bucket and create some action if nothing else happening. Done a good job of getting to the free throw line.
Sile checks back in, as does Mitchell. Zile also a freshman, 6'8" forward from Kansas City, Missouri. Kadee, the free throw. Both are good for Jason Kadee. Creighton lead is 18. About 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Zile has it, 3 on the shot clock. Now Mintz, turnaround jumper's up. Off the front of the rim, no good. Whitehead grabs the board after Jefferson tipped it. Kadee, top of the key three, off the front of the rim. Magne rebounds, goes right at the defense. He's fouled on the way up. Good foul, though, there by Ballack. Make the big fella earn it. I know you love that, Dave.
Yeah, good job from Magne, too, to go get it on the offensive glass. Oh, sorry, look for the pass, sorry, wasn't it? Not off the glass.
Magne hits the first one.
And again, I like the last couple of possessions from Kadee as well. It sort of realizes they're not getting some good looks. In the previous possession, Forster got in the paint, got to the foul line, and then got a quick on ball. They went under and he took a good shot, and it turns into an offensive rebound as well. So I think you can look for him over the next sort of couple minutes to try and take a bit more control.
Mitchell crossing over to the right to get it in reverse to Zile. Now Jefferson with 6 on the shot clock. Goes inside, Zile double teamed. Spins, hook shot, no good. Tipped to Kadee. Kadee again for deep. That's off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, Singler. He'll pop, and that one's too strong. Zile, nice rebound. Mintz goes behind the back, gets in the paint, kicks it out. Jefferson on the wing. He'll pull up into a long 2 off the back of the rim.
He was going to take it to the basket, then I think saw Will Magne just winding up.
Whitehead finishes with the left hand.
Yeah, better job the last 2 sets for the Bullets too, defensively.
Timeout taken by head coach Greg McDermott, so we'll take one as well. 5:40 to go in the third. Creighton's up 14, 64-50. versus the Brisbane Bullets Invitational squad. Back with you at NAB Stadium in Auchenflower in beautiful Brisbane, Australia. If you guys haven't been out here, all you people over in the U.S., you should get out here. It's a beautiful place.
I don't think we've thrown a g'day yet to anyone either. They probably think we say that every 6 words, but it's not really that true.
I know I do. That's because I'm true blue. Good contest there by McAllister. Jones lost it on the way up.
Yeah, let's see if the Bullets can put some consecutive stops together here. They had a couple there before that timeout.
Foul on the floor. That one's called against Jones.
Again, good hard take from Singler.
It's the 4th team foul on Creighton. 5:20 to go in the 3rd. Whitehead gets inside and lays it up and in.
Pressure on the basket.
Yes.
Last couple of possessions for the Bullets, creating fouls and some easy shots at the rim.
Yeah, better action here for the Bullets in this last few minutes on either end.
Mitchell can't get it to fall. Harrison tips it out to his teammate, E.J. Singler. Singler gets to the rim. Layup, no good, but he's fouled by Antoine Jones.
Yeah, great hesitation dribble.
Kadee going to get a breather. Kian Dennis checking in for the Bullets, and Singler will go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Just a little bit too much dribble, I think, here for Creighton in this last couple of minutes. And again, that's why the Bullets have improved their defense, because there's a whole lot of dribbling instead of moving the ball and letting the players move as well, as they have done really well in this first half.
And also, like, the Bullets' offense has been a bit better, so that Creighton haven't been able to sort of push the pace and get off turnovers and like that sort of stuff like they were at the start of this quarter and in the second quarter as well. So playing a little bit slower, which probably suits the Bullets.
Surely a lane violation there. Referees let it go.
It's the preseason.
For the referees too.
They're in full swing.
Nice backdoor cut.
Nice pass.
Yeah.
Kicks it out. Mitchell's three is good. Great ball movement there from Creighton.
Yeah, really good read.
Is that a double clutch pass?
Jalen Wyndham with the drive and kick. Wyndham also a freshman, so a few young fellas seeing some significant time here. Mitchell, also one of the young freshmen for Creighton, picked up the foul on that reach in. Creighton's in the penalty, so Brisbane will go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Good test for Creighton now, because equally the enthusiasm has been terrific. Now they're getting a bit handsy, and obviously in the bonus here with 4 minutes to go. But what they're doing is the Bullets have been really aggressive in themselves and getting to the paint, and Creighton struggling to stay in front right now.
Couple of shout outs. Corey Miller on YouTube says, Go Blue Jays, team Davion Mintz, #1. Ross Smith checking in from the Gong. Pretty happy to see Eric McAllister out there on the court. Free throw is good for Singler, as is the second. So Brisbane's done a good job to cut this lead back down to 11 for Creighton. Mitchell kicks it. Bollock, three-pointer from top of the key. That's good. I got to chat. Has he missed one?
Yeah,
I think he missed one shot the whole game.
He's missed a couple, Johnny. I think we'll give him 7 and 9.
I'm giving him a perfect 9 and 9 because I just don't want to miss. I don't want to see him miss.
Well, that's why you're not the statistician, mate. All right?
But as well on those closeouts, has he put the ball on the floor once after a catch and shoot?
I don't think so.
Line?
Good scrap for it. Who's in there? In the bottom of it, Bishop yet again.
Of course, Bishop's there.
Singler comes up with the steal, though, and recovers for Brisbane. Kicks ahead Harrison. In a bit of trouble, gets it out to Dennis. Top of the key 3, McAllister, that's good. Eric McAllister. I just gave Creighton the score there. I better fix that. 70-59 is the correct score. Bishop catches, goes right at the rim, lays it up and in, plus the foul.
Great finish.
Bishop has been really, really good as well. Super active on the glass and really, really strong around the basket.
I love the staff. There's coaches coming out I haven't even seen for the game. There's another one comes out.
Well, they're not short of coaches in the NCAA program. Braden, you're absolutely right, my man.
Singler, deep 3.
There you go. Oh, look
no good. Magne can't grab the rebound. Goes out of bounds, though, off Creighton. Creighton fans don't like the call. Matt Hodgson checking back in for Tyrell Harrison. Checking back in for Creighton is the captain, Tyshawn Alexander.
For the Bluejays.
Dennis, top of the key 3, it's up. That's well off. Whitehead, though, nice follow for the 2.
Yeah, nice out of bounds play for the Bullets. Got a good look for Dennis.
Ballack, skip pass. Alexander can't handle it.
But, well, Johnny, he's human. He's made a mistake.
I mean, don't hesitate, brother. Let it rip.
Yeah, let it fly. If I'm 7 from 9, I'm shooting that.
Davion Mintz checking back in for Ballack.
But also, you look at those second chance opportunities that Creighton were getting, in the second quarter and start of this quarter. Bullets are getting them now with offensive rebounds. So I'm sure Coach McDermott will look to address that with his team.
McAllister from the elbow. Jumper's good.
We just missed the game announcer with some good old Australian humour who said Creighton has more subs than the Russian Navy.
Mintz from the foul line misses. Here comes Singler. Whitehead, teardrop is strong. Tipped around, McAllister lost it out of bounds, goes off of Creighton. It's going to stay Bullets ball.
I think Whitehead and McAllister have been really impressive for the Bullets these last couple of minutes. Both sort of getting to the rim and creating something offensively, but making those effort plays as well to help Brisbane get back in the game.
Inbound to Whitehead. Now Dennis with 10 on the shot clock. He lost it, recovers, he's got 4. He's got to get a shot off soon. Throws up a runner, that's well off. Mintz has it for Creighton. Bishop kicks it, Jefferson recovers. 10 on the shot clock for Creighton. Jefferson from the wing fires a 3 off the back of the rim. Dennis has it for Brisbane now. Throws it up for Hodgson, who tips it in. They'll take it.
Never in doubt. That's what Dennis absolutely wanted, and Hodgson so skillful on the beautiful.
How about the beautiful dime from Mintz to Bishop for the two-handed slam? Hodgson skip pass. McAllister from the wing, 3 up, off the back of the rim. 9-point Creighton lead, about 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mitchell gets inside and lays it in.
He's quick.
Pretty impressive for a freshman. Sharif Mitchell. Brisbane can hold for the final shot. Jason Kadee has it. Hodgson gets called for the lean-in on the screen.
And those are the ones for Hodgson. That's sort of been his problem, right, in his NBL career last year. With Bullets played well, but couldn't stay on the floor because he was in foul trouble. And those are the ones you just don't need. Like, he wasn't going to make contact, but leaned out with the elbow. You know, those in games will cost the Bullets and cost him as well. So he really needs to sort of mature a little bit with those fouls so he can stay on the floor for the Bullets.
Here's another great end of quarter opportunity for Creighton. They did a great job to end the first. Here's Mintz with it. He's going to have to get a shot off. I don't think he will. Ballack misses, and that's going to do it. So at the end of the third quarter, it's an 11-point lead for Creighton, 76-65. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some statistics in the final quarter of action here as the Brisbane Bullets Invitational takes on Creighton University Bluejays. Back with you here at NAB Stadium in Auchenflower as we start the fourth quarter. Got to give a couple of quick shout-outs. Got to give a shout-out to Deshaun Mintz, the brother of Davion Mintz. Definitely getting in on the shout-out on the chat. Go Blue Jays. As you see, Tyshawn Alexander drain a three to start the quarter. And Creighton's been excellent coming out of the breaks, haven't they, boys?
Yeah, they have, but it's good to see there. Obviously a bit more ball movement than they had at the end of that third quarter. They really struggled as they looked to get on the attack then of getting in the paint, which was good for them in the first half.
Good rejection there as Zal, though, recovers and lays it in. Kadee blocked the pass, but Zal doing a good job. Nick Zal, the freshman out of Kansas City, on the follow. Kadee has it in the corner. Looking inside for Hodgson. Now goes inside Magne. Hodgson can't handle the pass. Another turnover, and turnovers have really been an issue for Brisbane here tonight. It's been turnover city, really.
Yeah, well, you look at it, yeah, Brisbane have 18 compared to 6 from Creighton, so.
Sorry, Braden. It was a turnover, Johnny, but I like the action. Yeah. We talked about that big to big, and again, Magna had a really good flash to the high post. Kadee hit him.
Probably needs to wait for Hodgson maybe to see a little bit more on that catch.
Ballack from the corner off the back of the rim. That was a tough one. Had a little smirk on his face. Magne running the floor, gets to the rim, misses the left-handed layup.
You got to dunk that, Johnny.
No, I would have loved to have seen it, trust me. There's Mintz firing the wing three off the back of the rim. Magne tips the board to himself. McAllister from the corner. Three is good. He hasn't missed. I don't think he's missed either. McAllister.
And he's playing,
Nice pick and roll, and Bishop lays it in. What a look there from Mintz. Magne from the wing. The three is up off the side of the rim. Bishop another board. Here comes Mitchell getting to the rim. Blocked yet again. Magne has been owning Mitchell at the rim. I think that's the third time he's blocked Mitchell in the game. But credit to the young fella. He's not hesitating. He's going right at him. As Matty Hodgson gets called for another offensive foul, his second one of the game.
Yeah, he was on the steal. He was grabbing Bishop's jersey, and Vaughn Mabry doesn't miss much. So, again, another silly foul, especially when you already got the seal. There's no need to do that type of stuff. You need to keep yourself in the game. And again, it's another turnover for the Bullets. I think that's almost 20 at the moment.
Jalen Wyndham back in for Creighton.
It's a common narrative. I mean, I think they forced 22 rebounds against the COE and 15, I think.
Bishop working against Hodgson. Now they reverse it out. Ballack has it. Gets inside. Floater up off the back of the rim. Bishop offensive rebound. Put back no good. Has another go at it, and he's fouled.
Hodgson gets a tech as well. In an exhibition match?
Hodgson frustrated. He had a couple of offensive fouls called against him. Didn't like the one here. It's probably just the frustration one from Matty Hodgson, but not a great one with his team down 15.
Yeah, but you look at the difference with that as well. Hodgson and Will Magne both go to contest that shot, so there's no really help on the boards with Bishop going after the rebound. And then Creighton down the other end, if people contest, there's four other guys swarming after the board. So really difference in sort of energy and, the simple plays from Creighton this game. I think that's what's led to this big lead from them against the Bullets.
So Bishop will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
I was reading the Creighton blog, Johnny, and I'm not sure if it's Rod who's writing it or the boys are writing it, but they were saying how they were pumping the music. In Australia they pump the music a lot, and they make fun of you at the foul line.
Well, it's true. I mean, I was talking to Sports Information Director Rob Anderson as well before that, and he couldn't get over the fact that we play the music as Harrison finishes the nice spin move with the right hand, but couldn't believe the decibel levels, and they play music throughout the entire game.
Yeah, what do you guys say during the commentary? It's the QBL nightclubs.
Oh, yeah,
killer.
Sometimes it is. I can't believe that they're saying we're loud, with a 10,000 seat NCAA stadium.
And trumpets and everything going off the whole time. But I'm glad they're getting stick while they're at the foul line, because that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Harrison gets inside again. Hook shot no good.
Couple of good moves there for Harrison, though.
Wyndham grabbed the board. Now Ballack has it. Thought about the three. Goes inside for Bishop instead. Pass inside. Mintz reverse layup is good.
Great vision. Bishop's been terrific. His ability to pass out of the block and high post has been elite tonight.
Guarding Harrison now. Harrison goes right at him. Left hand, no good.
Those moves have been good though, Dave.
Yeah, and then down that end, Bishop's, doing his thing. Getting in front of Harrison, moving his feet.
Mintz goes back door for Jones. Now Wyndham with it. Skip past Mintz. Gets his feet in the paint, flips one up, and there's a foul on the play. It's going to go against Whitehead.
Kind of leading the Will Magne fan club at the moment, but just see the way, as I spoke about earlier, his work ethic compared to previous years.
Yeah.
Gets backdoored, and normally that'd be a layup. He chases him down, follows him all the way out to the three-point line. He's getting on switches and getting all the way out and staying in front of guards, and I think he's set for a big year if he gets the opportunity with the Bullets this year, Dave.
Well, I think he will because, I think him and Hodgson will occupy the 5 spot for us. And so I think both guys are going to get plenty of opportunity. And, it's a good group, plenty of talent, good, very versatile group I think Coach Lamanis has put together.
Do you reckon he'll get enough minutes to be a contender for sort of a most improved type player if he gets that opportunity?
Yeah, I think it just depends. If obviously Hodgson occasionally gets, has some injury concerns. So, if they're kind of splitting the 5 at 20 minutes each, I think that's some good opportunity to show his wares.
I suppose it also depends on the way the Bullets play, right, with different lineups, considering, they never really signed a 4-man like they were talking about. They got Taylor Braun and Lamar Patterson, who are both probably going to start. So that's 4 smalls with a big, and how they mix that up with Vicona and Tarangi coming off the bench as well. So
yeah, and Sobey, you'd assume, is going to play a fair bit of, point, you'd think.
Yeah.
A bit of a versatile, athletic combo. One for the Bullets. So I think it's a good roster. Looking forward to seeing them hopefully progress on from their top 4 finish last year.
I think Lamar was the key, though, right? Before that, it was kind of like a bit of a type of roster, and that sort of boosted their offseason a little bit.
Whitehead fadeaway jumper is good. Had to change up the score. I had it incorrect, so apologies for that. It is 90-72. Creighton up at 18. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the game. Bishop hook shot no good, but he's fouled. You'd think it'd be easy commentating and doing the scores and stopping the clock and everything, doing it all at once, but
I would.
Should be easy, John.
I wouldn't
should
think
be
it'd
easier
easy.
than what it is. I'm sorry. Bishop goes 1 of 2. 91-72. Creighton up big. Dennis gets it from Dalton. He's fouled inside. Foul goes against Wyndham. It's his second personal. Pass tipped out of bounds.
Just
Stay with Brisbane.
Simple example too of Creighton, just great activity on that out of bounds play. Another deflection. It's just great for these young Brisbane fans to come and have a look at this quality of opposition, and just love the attitude and the energy that Creighton have brought all game long. As the Bullets throw it away for I believe turnover number
20 or 21.
20 or 21, yeah. We don't have any live stats tonight, unfortunately.
I thought Johnny would be doing that as well, but
I should give it a go. Bishop inside, finishes strong, and just that was too easy, I thought, for Creighton. Singler reverses it. Dalton guarded by Wyndham. Finds Whitehead. Whitehead hands off. Harrison can't handle it. And then he fouls Jefferson. It's going to send him to the free throw line. Damian Jefferson, the junior guard out of East Chicago, Indiana.
I hope Tyrell doesn't get into sales at any point in his career, because that was the worst attempt of a jump ball sell I've ever seen. And Mark agrees with me that he held in his laugh as much as he could.
But you look at it, you can tell sort of that Creighton are a bit sort of deeper in their preparations.
Yeah.
Right, their spacing is a bit better. Bullets are sort of a bit muddled, and not much spacing for drives and all that sort of stuff. Everyone's sort of running into each other at times. Just looks a bit clunky, which I'm sure is expected from the coaches.
Well, the advantage for Creighton is over the summertime in the States, you're not allowed to practice as a group.
Yep.
So part of the reason they come over on these summer tours is so they can get together as a group, train a bit over the summer, get a few games into them leading into a season, It's also a part of the experience, obviously, traveling overseas to countries that you may or may not have been to before, but it's certainly part of their preparation leading into the season. And, their season doesn't start until November as Wyndham gets away from the pack and lays it in with the left hand. Goldfinch can't hit the three. Jones with the rebound. Kicks ahead, Bishop, nice catch, and what a finish there from Bishop, and a great pass from Jones.
Great rim run from Bishop. Just simple hoops here, executed really well from Creighton. Johnny, we talked about it, a little bit of the off-court. They went and checked out their first AFL game the other night, Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns.
Not the greatest AFL game, but a good result for the Brisbane team. Would have been an experience for the boys, I'm sure.
Mount Tambourine, they're up at the Treetop Challenge, which is pretty cool. I did that with the kids.
There's Wyndham with the left hand, missing Dalton with the rebound.
Sydney Harbour.
It's been a great trip.
Yeah, they've had a great trip.
Singler three, off. Offensive rebound, Josh Dirksen, but he gets called for going over the back. Dirksen's first minutes of the night. Nick Zile gonna check in. And checking out, not sure if we'll see him again, Christian Bishop, who was absolutely fantastic tonight for Creighton, and certainly a player to keep an eye on if you are a Creighton Blue Jays fan.
Thanks to Sean Connolly, I've got the live stats here, so. Christian Bishop finishes with 25 and 6 rebounds. I thought he had more than 6 rebounds, but
I would have thought so.
Still a hell of a game. He runs the floor hard. Yeah. He does everything at base. It's awesome to watch.
A lot of youngsters should watch this. There's a lot of good stuff here that Creighton's executed tonight. It's just great fundamentals. Speaking of which, Goldfinch with a pretty move.
Yeah, great finish from Goldfinch as well. Zile working against Dalton, goes to the right-handed hook shot, it's short. Pretty young group out on the floor here for Creighton. Outside of the senior guard, Jordan Scurry. Corner three for Dennis is strong. Tipped around. And it's out of bounds off of Creighton, it looks like, so it's going to stay Brisbane basketball. If you are the Bullets, what do you take out of this game? Obviously, first hit out, not your full squad. But it wasn't the greatest performances. There were some positives for this game. I thought Magne was really good. Kadi obviously shooting the ball pretty well.
I think the main thing is just fitness, Johnny, having a run, getting up and down. Obviously, a bit of chemistry with the guys who will be in the team.
Another big block. This time it's Dirksen with the big rejection. You're going to say it went out of bounds off of Creighton as well. Oh, no, they're going to get a foul.
Oh, a little unlucky.
Terrific
Dirksen.
Play. I thought that was a clean block, but it must have been with the body.
No bandana tonight.
So freshman guard Jet Canfield is going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Yeah, I think too, Johnny, for them, it's, I mean, as a coach, you're always evaluating opportunities, and so I think, CJ Bruton, who's the head coach tonight, NBL legend and Australian boomer, you're always having a look and saying, well, I wanted to run this and they didn't execute it very well, or I wanted to do this and maybe they didn't listen too well. So again, you're putting it all in the bank of the positives and negatives that the guys bring.
Goldfinch is fouled on his way to the basket.
I think for some of them he'll be disappointed with some stuff, but equally he's a realist, and there's plenty of time before the season starts for the NBL boys.
Not a bad coaching staff for the Bullets, either two of Australia's sort of greatest ever players.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Australian coach to boot, right? He's not even. He's trying to lead our mighty Boomers to a medal.
You think they will?
It's a good opportunity against the US. What do you reckon? US 4th Division?
So USB.
Yeah.
They're still a pretty strong squad.
John gets offended every time.
I did it intentionally to wind you up, Johnny, but the American at their 4th Division group is still tremendous.
Still has a few All-Stars in it.
Absolutely.
And I don't know many All-Stars suiting up for the Boomers this season.
Oh, see, now he's getting personal. That'd be good. It'll be great to see the World Cup, and yeah, it's a terrific American team, that's for sure.
Turnover. Here comes Scurry ahead of the pack. Lays it up and in. Nice read there from Jones. Turned it over to the Bullets. Kicks it. Wyndham from the corner. Three is good. Creighton ain't slowing down. They want to finish strong. They're heading home early tomorrow.
And that's one thing Coach Bruton and Sam McKinnon will be really unhappy with, is the
big block there from Antoine Jones
with the crazy amount of turnovers.
It's a big lead here, 107-74, minute 15 to go. I think Creighton will be certainly happy with how they're going to end their playing time here in Australia. It's been a dominant performance as Dirksen gets fouled, plus the bucket.
It's a strong move.
It's a great move from Josh Dirksen.
A really good season for the Spartans in our local league.
And the thing that I want to touch on the Creighton team, though, also, a lot of the guys that we saw featured tonight are pretty young. Antoine Jones is only a sophomore. You've got...
I think Bishop's only a sophomore as well, isn't he?
Bishop's a sophomore. You've got Zyle, who's a freshman. Wyndham, a freshman. Mitchell, a freshman. I mean, this has been an impressive performance from a pretty young group. And all things considered, a new group as well with such youth in it. It's got to be good signs for the Blue Jays and a team that I'll certainly keep a close eye on this upcoming college basketball season. I'm a big fan of Big East basketball, and I think Creighton has been a great addition to that conference. And it's really helped Creighton, the university itself, on the recruiting trail. They've always been a strong program, but I think joining the Big East Conference has certainly taken them to another level. Jones works inside against McAllister, blocked by Cal Dalton. And that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Great help from Dalton. Good move from Jones too. He got McAllister on the baseline, but terrific help from Dalton.
Well, it's going to pretty much do it. I think there's a 0.7 of a second differential between the game and shot clock. See what the Bullets can get here, but can't say it enough. Just a super impressive performance from the Creighton Blue Jays here. Putting the exclamation mark on a fairly successful tour, not only basketball-wise, but culture-wise as well, as Dennis gets a really nice finish, gets some points on the board. But Creighton would be super excited with how they played basketball tonight. They got themselves in a little bit of trouble to start the game, but they really finished it super strong, and it was a super impressive game from the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they were impressive, I think, from probably the 6 or 7 minute mark in the first quarter. They were the dominant team. Offensively and defensively, had more effort and energy than the Bullets, executed better, able to make a lot of shots, but I'm sure they would have earned themselves some fans for the upcoming collegiate season here from Brisbane from the way they played tonight as well.
And Dave, obviously, Creighton, a super impressive performance. Young guys, 18, 19-year-old kids coming out here and performing internationally, playing with a new group. What stood out for you from the Blue Jays?
Well, I think it was, terrific all-round performance. You've got to be pretty happy with them. I think they executed mostly really well. Spacing was really well. The poise, I was actually surprised how mature they played, to be honest. The poise was terrific. Ballack and Bishop were terrific, but I think, and equally, Alexander was really solid for them as well at both ends of the floor. So I think, they've got to be pretty happy with their little Australian trip and how the boys have come together and excited to get the new season started.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be able to. Their first game will be in November, so practice will start in a few more months, but certainly have a lot to carry into this coming season. For the Bullets, some positives as well. I thought Magne was good. I think there's obviously a lot of work to do, but pretty solid hit out for them and a good test for them to kind of knock the cobwebs out and get that rust started to shed it a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, they've only been going for a couple of weeks, I think, so that's probably the first time they've really had an up and down run. And a lot of new faces too, and we said, probably a good chunk. I think there's 5 bullets missing from that group. So, it's just good to get some burn at a high level, and that Creighton group was terrific tonight. And so it was a really good hit out.
Braden, your thoughts on the game for both sides?
Yeah, well, like I said, I think Creighton were really good. I think they were just consistent in their effort and energy for 40 minutes compared to the Bullets. The Bullets looked edgy, fitness-wise and cohesion-wise, but I think it's still good for them. Like you said, Will Magnay transferred that form over from the QBL tonight. I thought Jason Kadee was good in patches, and then I think it was good for guys like EJ Singler to get sort of used to what, the Bullets might run and stuff. He was impressive in patches. But like I said earlier, I think it was just a good chance for the Bullets to get some run, get some cohesion together, but Creighton were by far the better team tonight for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I just got word we're going to get assistant coach Steve Murfeld to come and join us in a couple minutes, so we'll keep it live here. Let's take a look through some of the stats there. Will you do that for me, please, Braden?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we spoke about Christian Bishop was outstanding for them. He had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Mitch Ballack had 21 points. He was 6 of 10 from the three-point line. And then they had Tyshawn Alexander, who was 13 points, and Davion Mintz, who was 11 as well. So the biggest thing that stands out is obviously the Bullets' turnovers. They had 25 compared to 7 from Creighton and 40-11 in points from turnovers. So that's basically the game there in a 30-point win. So from the Bullets, Jason Kadee had 16 points. And then, Chris Whitehead, who I thought was really good off the bench as well with 12. But apart from that, it was pretty scratchy. Will Magnay had 6 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks, so he was good. But apart from that, not much from the Bullets.
Yeah, Bullets obviously with a bit of work to do, but pretty good hit out for them. Obviously, they'll have the NBL Blitz coming up in about a month or so, I'd say. So, pretty good opportunity for them. I think this is Coach Steve Murfeld gonna join us just shortly. We'll have to get one of you guys to give up the old headset for us. Or just have Steve come in the middle, or I want to try and get him some camera time, because I'm sure all of his fans are gonna want to see his face. Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah, come on in. Just get you mic'd up. We got to make sure that you're on camera. We got to make sure you're on camera, Coach, so the fans can see you're live just there. But Coach Steve Murfeld, I understand that you organized this entire trip.
Yeah, it's been outstanding. A lot of different people pitched in. I mean, Patty Gallus, our secretary, was very instrumental. John McHugh, one of our administrators, but Calvin Taylor has done a fabulous job putting this thing together. We've had a great experience. Obviously, we won a couple of games and lost one of them, but just the atmosphere and the country and the people have been outstanding. It's been an unbelievable trip. I don't want to go home.
We could look to get you a bit of a visa maybe to extend the stay. The way that the Blue Jays played, I'm sure we could get you a coaching gig here. You guys were really impressive. What did you think of the performance tonight?
Well, it was very good. I mean, we did some things offensively. I mean, we're a team that if we're shooting the ball well, we're going to win a lot of basketball games. The good thing for us is we have 3 of our guys that didn't even play tonight, 3 of our top 8 or 9. Our starting point guard, our starting center, Jacob Epperson, an Australian. So, we're very happy. We're going to have some good problems down the road, because for the first time in a long time, we've got some depth. We haven't had that at key positions. If we can stay healthy, we're going to be really, really good.
I know you mentioned the shooting, and that's what the program is known for, a lot of three-point shooting, but I thought defensively you guys were excellent tonight, really pressuring the ball, trapping, particularly in the paint, and also on the perimeter. Is that the style of play your fans can expect to see from the Blue Jays this season?
It's not what we've done in the past, but we've got, like I said, we got more depth, so we can extend a little bit more than we have in the past. And, the other thing is, obviously, we're known for our three-point shooting, but we're also known for our transition game. And when we defend like that, when we get a lot of easy opportunities in transition, it opens up the floor for our shooters. And tonight we did a good job making the extra pass, and guys knocked down shots. It's a simple game. If you make shots, you're going to play well.
Was there anything specifically defensively that you were hoping to achieve? I mean, you averaged for the trip, I think you created 22, 21, and 25 turnovers, which from a coaching point of view, you've got to be pretty happy with.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, these are grown men that we're playing against, too. Yeah. They're comfortable, and they're much stronger physically than we are. And like I said earlier, I think that, we're going to be able to create more turnovers than we have in the past. We haven't done that in the past. But with the depth that we have, we can keep fresh guys on the floor and hopefully, do that. I mean, the Big East, the league that we're in, is very, very good, so we'll have our hands full. But at the same time, this has been a great experience. We got the 10 practices prior to coming over here. We got a lot of work to do yet, but at the same time, we've got the right guys to work with.
I thought the freshmen, I obviously only seen tonight, but I thought the freshmen really played extremely well, and I think that's maybe one of the big valuable items that you'll take away from this trip is the experience the freshmen got.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, how else do you get 3 games or 10 practices at this time of the year? They're very lucky. That the next 3 freshman classes that we have won't have that luxury, and then obviously in 2023 we'll do another trip like this. But yeah, that's a great advantage, and it's a great advantage for all our guys, really. I mean, the international rules are a little different. We like to play fast, so it necessarily didn't affect us. But at the same time, getting guys on the floor under great atmospheres, good referees. I thought the refs did an outstanding job, in all 3 contests. It's just an invaluable experience for our guys.
Can we sign you up for 2023 now? If I get the contract out, can we get you to sign it, Coach?
I'm signed up, but I don't make that decision. I would be more than happy. My wife asked me, would you come back? And I said, absolutely. Whether it's the team or just coming back to visit people that we've met on this trip, there's no doubt I'd come back to Australia. It's been an unbelievable experience, far better than I would have expected.
Can I ask you if there was one thing that you'll take away from this trip outside of basketball, what it would be?
The whitewater rafting.
Yeah, where'd you, in Cairns?
In Cairns, yeah, it was incredible. And to see our guys work together and have fun and flip a few guys out of the rafts as we go, it was a great experience. But we did a lot of things. We did the rope climb and the zip lining yesterday.
Mount Tambourine, that's pretty good.
It was awesome for the young guys. I didn't enjoy it that much. I can't lift my arms above my shoulders today, but it was a great experience. The Sydney Harbor Bridge scared the bejeebies out of me, but at the same time, what a great experience to be able to say that we did it. And all of our guys did it, which surprised me because we got some guys that are afraid of heights, including our head coach. He was here, I think, 15 years ago with his Northern Iowa team, and they went up on the bridge, and he did not, but he went this time. So
setting the tone, I like that.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. I mean, obviously the coral reef was fabulous, and what a beautiful country you have, and more than anything, the people have just been outstanding. It's been a great trip.
It's a great place, and I know I can speak for all Australians that we're super excited and really happy that you guys took the time to come out here and tour Australia and to put on a great basketball show. Anything you'd like to say to your fans? I know there's plenty of Blue Jays fans tuning in.
Well, it's probably like 6 a.m. back home,
I think so.
6:30 or whatever. So, and I'm guaranteeing you there's a lot of people that probably tuned in.
Yeah, there was plenty streaming. Yeah,
exactly, and that's the kind of fan base that we have. I mean, I'd love to have you guys come over sometime and just experience Creighton basketball in Omaha because it is our fan base is outstanding. They support us, win, lose, or draw, and it's a great place to be.
Well, you heard it here first. Coach Steve Murfeld, open invitation to Creighton basketball. We'll get his number for you at the end. We'll make sure that we put it on the Facebook stream and the YouTube channel as well. Coach, I know you guys are leaving super early, so I appreciate you coming back and taking this time to chat with us. I'll let you get back with the crew, and hopefully we'll see you again here on the shores of Australia.
And thank you guys as well for working with Rob to get this on to back to our fans and back to the States. Hopefully the conference didn't watch it and they're scouting us, but at the same time, this is great, and we really appreciate you guys working with us to get it done.
No, it was all our pleasure. Thank you so much, Assistant Coach Steve Murfeld.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap everything.
Thanks,
I'm going to wrap everything up for us here. I do have to thank quite a few people, though. I will thank Creighton SID, Rob Anderson, for working with us to get the stream on. I also want to thank Trevor Lidston, Wayne Moore, Michael Van Dongen, and everyone here at BBI for giving us this opportunity and always looking after us. It's always a great pleasure to come out here to NAB Stadium in Ogden Flower. I want to thank my co-commentator, Dave Derwin, also my co-commentator, Braden Hesselhurst, cameraman Chris Sieber, and of course I'd be remiss if I didn't thank James Bowman and the Australian Sports Network for putting on this stream, doing all the graphics and all the technical support he does for us each and every week. And thank you all for tuning in to another presentation of Australian basketball here, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.